You're watching WTV News, live on Wartburg Television. From the Grant Price Studio. Breaking news, local coverage, and sports. This is WTV News.
This is your WTV News web update. I'm Nicole Lyons. The third floor of the library was reserved to help students last Thursday, but not in its usual way. Pathways held mock business interviews to prepare students for the real world. Students dressed up in their finest and went through the process of what an interview might be like. 86 students attended, along with representatives from 14 local businesses.
So the purpose of the mock interview day is for the students to kind of come in and meet with employers and other recruiters just to see, and get experience with role playing and kind of, helping them to be comfortable in their future interviews.
There have been many changes to the dining services on campus. After testing multiple recipes, the Mensa is now offering 40 new items on the menu. These items include Greek casseroles, candied apples, quesadillas, and chili cheese fries. The idea is to get students used to different spices and foods.
Just that about change and the importance of trying to keep it fresh as much as we can because, it's supposed to be convenient and healthy and interesting because I want students to come in and eat, and if it gets dull, then that makes it less likely that they will.
One Waverly church got active for a fundraiser on Saturday. St. Paul's Lutheran Church held the inaugural Steeple to Steeple 5K on Saturday morning. The race began at the Wartburg Chapel and ended at St. Paul's Lutheran Church. There was also a 1-mile walk for kids and families. All of the proceeds from the event went to St. Paul's Lutheran School. 5K organizer Linda Apkemeyer says the church plans to make the race an annual event.
We really wanted to establish something that we could keep going from year to year and really start a tradition of having a Steeple to Steeple 5K race.
Studies show that nearly half of the U.S. population from ages 18 to 29 voted in last Tuesday's election. That's a total of about 23 million people. In the state of Iowa, voters are allowed to register at the polls on Election Day. But for one Wartburg College student, casting his vote was not easy.
Last Tuesday, Waverly citizens were part of the 600,000 Iowans that turned out to vote. About 70% of Bremer County voted.
People want to have some saying what happens to them, and there will be economically, socially, internationally. So if you're concerned about the direction your country is going, you want to get involved in politics because the politicians make those decisions.
But for one Wartburg student who used to be a political science major, the process was not that easy.
It was pretty ridiculous. I just thought, this is so frustrating. New-time voters like me might just get frustrated and give it up altogether.
He went to the auditor's office 3 times over 2 days and brought 6 forms of identification.
I went back on Tuesday at the actual poll center itself, and I brought back a few more documents, and the lawyer actually looked at everything and he said, "This is ridiculous. They should have just let you register yesterday."
Bremer County Auditor says there's a reason why it's necessary to have strict voting policies.
There's certain criteria that needs to be met and very specific documentation. There still has to be security measures to make sure that people aren't voting multiple times and that they're really truly legitimate and it's the law.
She says many Wartburg students had a difficult time voting because the documents are difficult for college students to get.
The best thing for college kids to do is to get registered before that 10-day, before the election deadline. Some of them didn't accomplish getting it in here, so their ballots were not counted.
But in the end, Chase got to wear an I voted sticker.
Yeah, I did get a vote, so that was a good feeling. First election, it was pretty cool.
Chase did say he considered voting early when satellite voting was at Wartburg, but wanted to wait till the debates were over and to feel like he was part of the actual election day. This has been a WTV News Update. Thanks for joining us.